Something I briefly mentioned in a previous video is that before being driven from their mountain home by the Amatsu, Zinogre were seen as guardians of the valley that they inhabit. Because of this, they were even revered by the people that call such a place home. And seeing these beasts that call the power of lightning itself, even of various types, it's not really hard to see why you would worship creatures like this. And it may be hard to imagine that even among beasts like this, there is one that stands above them all, and to whom they all must answer. As Zinogre's true awakening, and the king of the Thunder Wolves, Thunderlord Zinogre. Zinogre himself already has a decent number of variations on its core design, but Thunderlord is an example of when you over-design in a great way. Thunderlord Zinogre was believed to be merely a legend, as many accounts describe them as wearing a robe of golden lightning. This robe is their golden fur, which sparks constantly with bolts of electricity. This is because where a regular Zinogre needs time and energy to enter what is referred to as a supercharged state, Thunderlord is always supercharged. Visually, this helps them stand out much more. That singular extended horn, the emerald scales, and literal Super Saiyan golden hair is such a well-blended combination. The Fulgur bugs themselves have also undergone a change. They themselves can now generate so much more power that it even lingers on the ground like a landmine, and any new strength that they gain, so does their host. A supercharged Zinogre is already bad enough to deal with, as they mainly rely on the agility and lightning they get from this state. But now imagine a creature that starts at that level and can go even further beyond. By taking a lowered stance, they call upon even more Fulgur bugs to generate more power. When enough has been generated, they enter what is dubbed the ultra-charged state. But interestingly, all of this extra power comes at the cost of their well-known speed. The trade-off, though, is much stronger attacks empowered by golden lightning, and their defenses skyrocket. Such a switch-up can catch many hunters off guard when fighting them, so be ready to adapt accordingly. But just like their cousins, they can't maintain such power infinitely, and eventually will be forced to discard the Thunderbugs. You can speed this up by either catching them in a net, or doing enough damage to the beast itself. Felling one of these creatures is no small feat, and doing so will earn you some pretty solid gear. The armor visually reminds me of the Thunder God Raiji, bearing the same extended hair and twin horns. Personally, I would have liked to have seen the drum ring on its back worked in somehow, but hey, you can't have everything. The weapons are also really well made, and personally, I tend to pick the Raiden hammer when making gear from him. The Thunderlord is a simple but well executed monster, and while I do still really like Stygian, Thunderlord is my favorite among the pack.